Hello, this is Matt Bradley-Tschirgi. We are taking a look here, playing some more HD-2D Remake. I am just making sure we have this all set up here. Hold on one moment. Just want to make sure I have all these links working from social media or whatever. But yeah, if you want to, chat about Dragon Quest or whatever, we can do so in the chat, and I will respond as I'm able. And if you like what you see, please give me a follow. We were doing, some good old Dragon Quest here, in which we are looking at the specifically Dragon Quest 1 part of the HD-2D remake. And to introduce myself real quick, we are going to be playing these. What am I trying to say here? I'm an author. I've written books, a Star Trek video games book. Also have a book on the Doom video games, DOOM games, and I am a assistant producer for Matt Chat, hosted by Professor Matt Barton, where I help get him guests and work on questions and do some research for the show. So that's my video, and I have a bachelor's of fine arts degree in interactive design and game development from Savannah College Art and Design, class of 2005, 20 years ago. Oof. Okay. That all being said, let's go and play some good old Dragon Quest, yeah? Let's go do it. 1 second here. Still trying to get this stuff working. There we go. Great. Okay. Let's get started. Continue the game. And your Dragon Quest, the original is, one of the texts of Japanese RPGs. It was huge smash, and later came to the U.S. as localized as Dragon Warrior. And they've added a lot of plot stuff for this remake. About 5 hours in, having a lot of fun streaming it, so they'll be having a lot of fun watching. And gonna close something there. Okay, great. We're gonna venture forth and continue from the old adventure log. 4 hours and yeah, that sounds about right. Good old Rimuldar. Yes, right. Okay, this is where we were. So yeah, so for those, the original game, didn't really have like much of a plot or quest lines, and they've added cutscenes and voice acting and using the same HD-2D remake engine, I believe that was, the Unreal Engine really is what they did it with, but that they use for Octopath Traveler and all of that. And I've heard Octopath Traveler is cool. I haven't played it on Switch and the new version's on Steam, so maybe I'll check that out as something after some of these Dragon Quest games. I do like these retro RPGs and all that fun stuff. So let's go and see. There's this microphone. Very good. So here, yeah, it says find clue about Fairy Leader's whereabouts. And if you go to the world map here, I'm playing the PC version of this, right? The Fairy Leader is down south. But we need to save up and level up because I'm getting my ass kicked by monsters. I'm playing on regular difficulty. I've heard some people say this is harder than the original because of you're fighting multiple monsters instead of just one. And point being, we have the best weapon, so that's cool. The light shield, right, is 2050. So that's one thing we can save for. And the magic armor is so we should save up for 1200 for the Cloak of Evasion. Will be the next thing we're trying to save for, which is all well and good. So let's keep on going here and start biting some monsters and hopefully doing a little bit better with biding our time here. As we go across the nice pastoral bridge, the water animation with the sun glistening on it is just really pretty. I cannot stress that enough. Really, really good job with the lighting and even these little, floaty bits of like little specks of dust and these atmospherics really do make a good difference. And I'm a bit surprised, one thing they could have added for even more ease of use is sort of say, hey, we recommend you're at this level for this quest. But the game kind of does that. If you go to a place and you lose a lot of life, you get your ass kicked, keep dying. That's a hint. Or you're not strong enough to be here yet. So that being said, the leveling is faster in this than the original version. And you can have it auto battle, but especially that it's just one party member, right? It makes it easier to die in this than in the other games where you have up to 4 party members to have on your quest. And we can also look here and see under miscellaneous, 1,000 gold pieces. It does take a while, even though the leveling up isn't as long as it used to take. It did take a while to get the gold, which is interesting. Get the restless armor. Like 1 against 3 is not exactly fair. That's a hard fight, and you can see they almost they've clobbered me pretty good. So I'll probably die. I'll try and flee. Really. Yes. Pretty good odds when you run away. There's no shame in that. But it's showing I do need to level up and maybe stay out of the damn desert, huh? And I want to circle back here. Do we have this first cave in which there's some treasure I don't think I was able to get. And we can see some sparkling stuff on the horizon. That's what I want to see, which is little bonus items and stuff that can increase your stats. So we'll do the Beware Wolf, but even then, they're taking 20% of my hit points per damage, which is not great. I will just keep attacking. 42 damage, not bad. With the Zap spell, I get around 55 to 50 to 60 damage, and that's certainly a better way to go about it. That'd be kind of neat if you saw the sparkly things on the map. I don't think you do you? No. But we have this ability that's nose for treasure that doesn't cost anything. And it says just 1 more treasure left, which I guess is the sparkly thing. So you can choose it that way. It just doesn't highlight stuff on the map like you might expect it to. Get good old Fat Rat. And they call backup. And of course, the more they call for backup, the more experience you get at the end. But on the other, it's risk reward, right? You can kind of cheese it and keep defending, and they'll keep calling more people. But if they get too many and overwhelmed, you'll die. Straw and Medicine, Seed of Luck. Okay, so what is... Straw and Medicine restores 50 HP. That's cool. I want to use that probably. Yeah. Nice. And Seed of Luck. Even though it just increases by, 1 or 2 points of your stat, you'll take whatever you can get. And what do the stats even do, really? I've never been... The attributes, yeah. It's never clear what some of this stuff does. I think luck makes it more likely to dodge, or you get better treasures when you win, something like that. I wish you could zoom out that map. That would be sort of cool. Yeah, if anyone wants to go in the chat, let me know. I'm happy to answer Dragon Quest questions. I've played every game in the series, the mainstream games at least, except for Dragon Quest X, which hasn't come here. And I'm really hoping Square Enix brings the Dragon Quest 10 over, because they did a version it was an MMO originally. They're doing a version that was single player only, modified a bit, retweaked for the Japanese market, but it never came out outside of there. And that would be a really cool thing for them to bring over. They've done a really good job of bringing over more of these Dragon Quest games to the States, because originally we had, the first 4 for the Nintendo, and neither of the Super Famicom titles came out in the States, 5 or 6, until years later with the DS ports. It's really something quite unfortunate. So they've slowly filled in those gaps, as has the Final Fantasy series by the same company. So here we go. So we're going to heal. And we will keep on trucking and do the nose for treasure ability. Another 3 treasures. Okay. So where could these treasures be? And if we look on the map, it does not show the treasures, but it does show that we have 3 of them. So that is a little bit of hints right there. So we'll keep going around and around. And yeah, okay, that treasure we already got, right. We can't go through this because we can't get keys until we do this quest with the dwarf stuff, which wasn't in the original game. You could just go and buy keys from the town, right? They really added stuff to fatten it up, which makes sense. I mean, that part of why they packaged Dragon Quest 1 and 2 is one HD package is to make it more for your money, right? With I think it's like $60 or something is what the price is that they charge for it. Which I think is a little bit, I think 50 would have been a slightly better price, but there you go. What can you say? I mean, game development's more expensive now, even if it's a remake. And we're going to explore these nooks and crannies here and see what treasure we can find. And also these enemies are easier, so that's nice as well. Conversely, you don't get, too much experience from killing these guys. But we're slowly getting more gold. I mean, I'm really looking forward to gold and stuff in these treasures. Less so for the equipment. I don't think they'll quite have what I need, but you never know. Okay, what is this here? I don't think we can access a lot of it because it's from that. We need, the keys, which we don't have yet. But we can still explore, fight some easier enemies, and take a load off, take it a bit easy. These scary little, I mean, man, that animation is just real smooth with that thing, how the bag spins around here. The bag of laughs looks a little bit like a mimic, right? Where it looks like a treasure chest, but it has the teeth in there. Dun, 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 dun. Interesting choice, too, that the treasure chests, some of them appear like angled. They're not. There's just one sprite for the treasure chest in the original game, so that they've added more is cool. Also, notice the guy has a torch. The hero has a torch, right? And in the original game, with the torches, you had to buy them from stores, and they would run out. Again, so they're doing these things like ease of use. Let's go for the bag of laughs first. That lunatic thing, they do palette swap things, where as you get further in the game, these enemies have different colors, and it denotes how more difficult they are, right? So, cool stuff. 32 experience points. And we are looking for treasure, but we're not finding shit anywhere. Blah, blah, blah. I think there will be something up here. Nope. We're just finding shit as far... Oh, we got a mini medal. That's something. We don't have a place to... Again, there's little bats flying. Great, great detail here. Playing this Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD-2D remake on Steam. So... It's a pretty good version. I've haven't tried it on the consoles, and I don't think I'd buy it again on the console. But I think especially once the patch got my controller working, that's a good thing. I'm playing this with a 8-bit Doe controller or something like that, and it's nice and comfy. It's a little bit smaller than a Xbox controller, which is nice for my hands, which are a little bit smaller, as you can see. Not today. Yep, you get a little bit of voice acting from the hero, but not a whole lot. For those that haven't played Dragon Quest, the main quest you're doing is, hence the title, is you're killing a dragon to rescue the princess. 1, it's a green dragon, I think, which we're not there yet. And then 2 is you have to defeat the Dragon Lord to restore peace to the realm. I was going to say Eternia, but that's He-Man. It's, whatever the world is in this one. I don't remember. Is it Alefgard, or that's the kingdom? Something like that. So Lunatic is casting Dazzle. What a thing, what a thing, what a thing. 15 experience points, 102 gold. So we can see here, right, the icon says there's 2 treasure chests we haven't found. and we're not going to. So I guess we did find one. The mini medal wasn't a complete waste, and we have quite a bit of time. Well, actually, we should probably just hang out in here and level up, right? Because that would be. Do we have an item that can? I don't know what I'm saying here. Of course, we have items. Group of fat rats. Let's keep going. That it cuts from the wide shot of your hero to that close up when you fight him. I get why they do that, but it's really jarring. They do it to look like the older games. If we we have 800 gold. Okay, that's okay. I think, what is it, 1,500 gold is what we needed for the other stuff. Is there an ability that can increase the amount of enemies? I don't think so. Whoops, what's this? So we're doing Sandstorm. Yeah. I think eventually you'll get a spell that makes more enemies appear, that makes it so you can grind faster. We don't quite have that yet, do we? So I'm stronger than the lunatics and they're fleeing, and when that happens with enemies, that means you're a bit overpowered. So we could probably double back to where we were before, and also, I mean, to fight people to get like 10 experience is hardly worth it, I would think. But we will get level up by the time and warp back to the town, save the game, and get some more armor, and we can probably, after that, try and do some more, try and check out what that cave is like, right? Because it'll be level 15, I would have gained, 3 or 4 levels since going to Rimodar, and we can get further in the game. Yeah, let's keep on going. And we will heal. Find some more monsters. And you can't really adjust the camera, but that you can see, that's where the other part of the cave spits you out at, and you can see how much of the world map we've done so far, right? So we've covered quite a lot of the, well, it doesn't uncover the world map as you do it, but anything with the white outlines, like the different towns, those are places we've discovered. So already, just 5 hours in, we've been to, I'd say, about half of the overworld, really. And kind of the main quest in the game, other than what I said before about killing the rescuing the princess and killing the Dragon Lord, is you have to get the 3 ingredients, not ingredients, items needed to do the Rainbow Bridge that gets you across to the island where the fearsome Dragon Lord lives. Playing some Dragon Quest 1. Blop, blop, blop. That looks nice. That's an oasis. Oh, there's something there. I didn't know that. Cool. So they have, they added these kind of exploratory areas in the map that also have, might as well see if it has treasure. Yeah, 4 treasures. Awesome. And there's still randomized fights on here, but that you can have more places to explore, more things to do is very nice. But where, oh, that's not what I wanted. Where's that damn treasure, eh? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Because I'm not seeing any. I'm seeing some nice, bricks. Oh, interact, it says. Examine the ground at his feet. A set of garish garb. So if we look at our items, what's the garish garb here? Huh. So that actually increases our defense by 25. That's pretty good. Let's equip it. and maybe we can see what it looks like. We can't, but it says it's garish, which means it's, you know, kind of, it said carefree, but I would define that more as like, you know, it's not as formal clothing, I imagine. So we found one thing here. Where is more of these treasures, though? That's the question. And is it just buried at your feet? How do you know what's there? Maybe we'll do more later, but that we found some armor is pretty cool. So we can check out these different... Anything here? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, then. And go back around to Rimoldar. And these are really easy enemies here, geez. Certainly a difficulty spike after you do the first few hours of the game, I'd say. Specifically, the point where you're getting the quest to get the thief key is when I noticed a big spike. Which is medicinal herb. Gotta love those. Those are nice. Why? Why does it matter? Because you can heal? Well, the items to restore magic points are few and far between and quite expensive. So, hence, therefore, you know, this is, you use the item stuff first before you dig into the magic, and you also need magic for attack spells. Or even for abilities, right, to buff your stats. And I should pay attention, I'm almost dead. Restless Army is defeated. Point being, I don't want to waste... herbs until I'm in big dungeons, as far as I'm concerned. 182, okay, good to know. And I bet we can sell the old armor and, you know, have enough to get a new set of armor or a new shield, whatever it was we were trying to find. I want to get a level up, which we'll get here pretty soon. Maybe not from the fat rat, but we'll get it from somewhere else. Go. I mean, so this is, wow, that there's F, fat rats. We're getting a lot of experience from this one. That means we've done, what is it, like 7? Not quite enough to level up, but we are almost there. Yes, sirree, Bob. Only got one more of these to do. So we'll keep on going. Up through the morning mist, through the little trees. Happy little trees, as Bob Ross would say. And the hand-drawn look of the map is a real nice touch. They could have had it been looked, you know, the same as the graphics as the overhead world, but they didn't, so it looks distinctively different. It feels like you're looking at one of those fold-out maps that came with the old hint guides or even was included with the game sometimes. In fact, when the Dragon Quest came out in the States originally as the Dragon Warrior, it basically came with a mini strategy guide included in the manual because Americans didn't know what an RPG was, and when it came out as Dragon Warrior, it sold really badly in the US, so much so that Nintendo, who published it, says, we're going to give a copy for free for anyone that subscribes to Nintendo Power Magazine for a time. And that's how it got, that was kind of the Trojan horse to get RPGs in people's homes. Holy Protection, that's right, you earn spells by leveling up in this game. You don't buy them, like in some other RPGs. Holy Protection does what? Oh, well that's nice. Holy Protection makes it so you don't fight weaker enemies. So that's cool. So that means you can fight more of the stronger enemies that matter. Or I guess is it fewer random encounters? I don't think that's what it means, but it might have the same effect. Good to know. So we're all healed up. We don't have to waste money at the end. But you know what we do need to go in here. So why are we going down to the caves after this? Well, it's to get the dwarf, something from the dwarves, and when we do that, then the guy can make the magic keys. And we can use the magic keys to find the princess in that cave we were in before. So, well, okay, so I could sell that garish garb for 1,500 and get the light shield. Yeah. I think that's a good deal. We should try that. we will buy, might be regretting that, but you know, I'll get the light shield. And I'll equip it. And then we will sell the Song and Dance, sell the other shield. And if I want to get the Cloak of Evasion, do I have enough? Not quite. But it's only 1200, so we should fight monsters. We'll save our game, fight monsters a bit, get that armor, and then, you know, other than the magic armor, which is like something ridiculous, like 8,000, which we're not going to pay for that, but we'll, you know, save the game in the log. You could say, why save it this old way? Because it auto-saves, and that's fine, but you want, I like peace of mind. I'm used to, in the original game, you could only save at the main castle, so it was a lot of schlepping around, I must admit. But there we go. We were doing some nice, gentle leveling up to level 15. Experience level 15. And we mean to continue our adventures at Thine Point. Very good. Stain, the you know, light through the stained glass is always a nice look. Go and get up to, what was it, like 12, let's say 1300 gold, something like that. And I want to cast the Holy Protection spell to see exactly what that's doing. Just doing a message real quick, excuse me. Okay, so we're going to do a spell, Holy Protection. And we'll see what this does. Are we going to fight less or more? Or just hard monsters? Get clobbered? Don't know. Should be exciting to see. In the first game, I think you topped out around level 30, experience level 31. And in this new one, you don't. It's something different entirely. But yeah, I mean, this is a real hard battle. We'll see how we do. But if you die, you can go and... So let's start with an ability. Do Dodgy Dance is nice, right? You get to increase your agility. So we're going to attack the Restless Armor, because he does not have as much
Not today. Not today.
hit points as the others. And you can see the text turns from yellow to, or you know, white to red, or yellow, depending on how much they're injured. And of course, when our buff runs out, and we'll know that when the animation finishes behind the guy, this means that we'll get attacked a lot more, which we don't want. It says it wore off, right? So we're going to go, I would say, redo the ability, and then we'll heal, and then attack him.
Thou shalt not escape.
Okay. We want to heal. Oh. Let's use the item. Why not? Nope, I can't use the... That's right. It's not in the... Okay, never mind.
Much better.
Great. So I'll heal, and we want to keep attacking that Chimera with the scary bald head and the beak. It reminds me a little bit of the Vulture character from Spider-Man. Kind of a vulture head on a flying snail body or something. So I want to heal.
I cannot fall.
That heal spell just sucks, man. And we should be getting... it was called Heal More in the original, I think. I'm not sure what they call it in this one.
Not today.
But eventually you get a stronger healing spell, which is great. And so that took a little bit of time, but we did defeat that group of enemies. So it doesn't... I mean, it sort of effectively reduces the random encounters by only showing hard ones, but that's a nice little spell for the overworld. 224 XP. Nice. So we almost have enough to get that special... I think it was the piece of armor that we wanted, right? The other thing is maybe we should have kept that other armor that was much better. But, oh well. And being a bit of a traditionalist, getting stuff from the weapon shops like you did in the old days. And there's items you can get that make the monster encounters more frequent. That might be good to do to save a bit of time later. Holy Protection wears off, that's fine. So now we might get easier battles like this. Let's do the Bull Miss stuff. Damn it. Got the fat rat, and do we got how much experience? 60 gold coins. I think that's enough for what we want to do here. We do want to, heal. Or we may as well just zoom right to the town, right? It's right there. We don't want to risk a battle. We're being lazy. We got the magic points. Why not? And we'll go back up to the armor shop and see what we have. Oh, I can sell my armor. I see. Okay, so let's do that. But I'm not wearing armor. Haha. Okay. Damn it. So we don't quite have enough. So we need to go back and fight just one more enemy, get enough gold. And see what's going on. Let's keep attacking these guys, right? Haven't fought these yet. It's kind of scary looking. We should look at enemy info. I haven't done that yet. Oh, I missed my chance. I'll do that later. Okay. There we go. Alright, so let's... We want to do... Heal... Well, let's do the dodgy dance thing, right? Damn. Yeah, so... Shit. And I got killed. So we're gonna redo this battle and try a different tactic. Dying a lot is part of Dragon Quest, so you better get used to it. Continue from an autosave, I guess. It only lets you continue a battle, I think, if it's a boss fight. Okay. Well, that's fine. So it's saved right there. So we gotta still, kill a guy. Let's go fight one more tough battle. Come on, man. Gotta go fight off the monsters. So we get enough gold to get the armor that we want, and then the next step is we're going to go down this cave and see how we do in the cave, which would be nice. Always wanted a plan of where to go. Playing the armor, attacked by the Chimera and the Scorpion. Come on. Should probably do that fancy footwork thing again, dodgy dance. Yeah. Much better. Great, so we're gonna do the Chimera. Fire Breath is getting us, so now that we see it's red, that, we're pretty much close to dead, which is not great. Might die here too. Damn. Beast family monsters. We do a heal. We'll just try to. Yeah, they're gonna. Oh well, okay, that's something. So I'm gonna attack the Chimera and hope that the Scorpion doesn't kill me, and he doesn't. So this is nice. And the Scorpion's defense has returned to normal, which means we can do more damage to him. But instead, the Scorpion's gonna. He likes to defend and buff, and all that. So we're gonna attack him again with a critical hit. Nice. Those are not a high chance of that happening, but. And we actually are kind of close to leveling up, but it's alright. Now we'll go back here and see what's going on. That button to dash in the overworld, can they just increase just the base speed of moving around? But would that mess up leveling up if you had that on all the time? I think you can turn it on from the menu. Not sure, not sure. Okay, so we're going to go speak to this guy. And get the Cloak of Evasion, a curious piece of clothing that allows the wearer to avoid more enemy attacks than usual. And that's acceptable. So we'll put it here. And we'll equip it. So now we got the best of everything except for the magic armor. So I'm guessing the magic armor, we will have enough for that later, and I think the magic armor has the benefits of healing you as you walk a little bit. It's not the best armor in the game, but pretty close. 40 coins, what a ripoff. Thinking, well, it's not free at the first town, but I think it's like 10 coins. Damn economy. Save the adventure right here. We're almost at level 16 experience, not quite, but we'll get there. We're going to continue the adventure at that point. No. Or yes, excuse me. So now down, down, down to the caves we go. And our, look at their stats, right? Their attack 106, defense 126. Going to the Dwarven craftsman. I think they have an anvil or something that the keymaster here wants. So we will see this. Keep on going south and seeing what happens in the cave. La 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 la. There we go. So we're gonna just go straight south and get to where we need to go. Uh-oh. That's a hard one. So again, we want to start with the ability of Dodgy Dance.
Thou shalt not escape. Not today.
Which is nice.
Not today.
Which is nice. We should heal. Because we're starting to... When your health is in the yellow, that's a good sign to heal. Damn it. So they got back up from the slime. He's just going to heal the other fellas. But let's try and get that armor. And we should be using that zap spell instead, because that does a little more damage. If we're lucky, Zap can do a lot more. And he's healed, so we're going to do... we're going to heal as well. Now we will fight... Well, we should use that ability, the dodging thing again, right? Because we don't have that anymore. Uh-oh. That's not good. So I can't, when you're asleep, you can't attack until you wake up. Right, so if we just attack the heal slime, and we died. That's not good. So we'll just go from the autosave. Go from the autosave, you don't lose the gold. Although it's not like we're anywhere close to, what am I trying to say here? It's not like we're anywhere close to having the 7,000-ish, 7,500 gold to get the magic armor. We are not quite there yet. We haven't even gotten to the Dwarven Cave. And we'll see if we'll get clobbered in the Dwarven Cave. I have no idea if we will. But we can see now, instead of... Well, actually, that red, the scare wolf is doing a lot of damage, isn't he? Did good damage with that. Youch. He's really getting me. I might have to run away. What if I go for broke with Zap? Will that kill him? Yes. Nice. And how might, with only 8 health left, 149 experience points. That's not too bad. And we're a little bit closer to... I thought we were closer to leveling up than that. But see, we gotta cast heal 4 times to get to full health. Like, that stinks. I am hoping we get closer to that spell that we want. Ooh, but we get a little medicinal herb and a seed of wisdom. Not gonna turn that away. No siree. So that's all nice stuff. And I want to get to this damn cave, if I may. But I may not. We'll have to see. Good old dodgy dance. Seemed like it didn't dodge anything that time, but it at least increases your odds. I'm gonna heal. So if I was paying attention, we could, use more of the spells to prevent enemies from casting magic, because that Chimera... Scorpion's getting us. Tactics, so we're gonna still do dodgy dance. Hopefully I won't die. And I won't, and so we're gonna just heal. It's frustrating at this, like, when you heal, then the enemies do damage that kind of negates what you're doing. Let's attack the Chimera. Nuts. Okay. And let's do Zap. Why the hell not? These.
Not today.
Should heal. I want to attack. God damn it! I did not mean to. No, I wanted to attack the Chimera. Oh shit. Okay. Come on, Chimera. Die. The Scorpion, of course the Scorpion killed me. Yikes. Okay. So we're going to continue from an autosave. I think it saves before every battle or something. We gotta do all this. Maybe if I don't walk in the desert part, that'll make it a bit easier. Because it is different enemy types depending on what terrain you're in. So I could be making it hard on myself. It's quite possible. Got yet another Seed of Wisdom. Perfect. And we're almost there at this damn Dwarven Cave, the DDC. I'm gonna flee. Let's go in that cave and see how bad the cave is. I'll probably get walloped pretty good here. Don't know until you try. So we got into it because of the thieves' key, I think, let us open this thing. And if we look at the map, some people might say it's cheating, but it's here, so we can use it. That's what I think anyway. Those ones that are locked need the magic keys, which we don't have. I mean, so really we just have to go down these stairs. And go down to level 1 or level 2, whatever this is. So we're going down, so it's this basement 1. What's the floor called? Skeleton soldier? Oh my goodness. So this is a different kind of skeleton. It does 40 points of damage. I mean, that's like 25% of my health, something like that. So even though you get item like leather armor, which you can still sell it for money, right? That's the cool thing. Always heal. It should say on the screen like what map you're at, what level you're on the map. So B1 is where you start. This is B2. Do I not get transported anywhere? Is that right? That doesn't make sense. Because if I go up here and look at this map, yeah. Oh, okay, I guess we gotta go back down. We'll see what we can see. Is there a treasure chest in here? Doesn't seem like it, but we get that depth of field with the wood overpass. And that guy can kill me like in 3 hits almost. 41 damage each time. That's a lot. Maybe we just get up 1 level here and can go back to that town. And we're slowly getting stronger, but it's maybe we need to adjust our tactics a bit with these enemies. Could that be it? Maybe. Oh, there's a dwarf. I fear that the bulk of the Earth's bounty has been distracted here. We shall soon have to seek other veins to mine. Okay. It's a diamond. Pouch of twitching powder. So what does all this item do? An unpleasant item that makes you antsy and anxious if you want to try it. So I want to check on the Dwarven craftsman who's in the cave, but we don't know where. So we'll find him. We'll find the right one to talk to eventually, I guess, because he's not on that map. That we couldn't even kill him with a critical attack shows how strong these enemies are. There's the old Scarewolf. We'll go along over hill and yonder dale. Going to see what there is to see in this limited little dungeon. Maybe we can go through those things with the thieves' key, those other doors. It's possible. I would think so, because otherwise it's showing we can't do anything down on this floor. I remember so little about the original game. Uh-oh. A canna box. I want to use Zap on him.
Not today.
77 damage. And I can't flee? That's not great. Yeah, that's not right. 140 damage. That's not good. See those creepy eyes and the tongue and the teeth and the canna box. Go from the autosave. And we'll see. where we can go. So we can't survive that battle. But I think if we go back and go into some of those, try to use our Thieves' Key, maybe we can get further in here. Because it should, most of these maps show you, you know, sort of where to go, right? It'll show a yellow circle, and we're not seeing that. But it could be this is a door we can go through. And if not, there's not much we can do here, but there must be something.
Not today.
And we can go through the arrows, right? Nice. You want to check the little pots. Well, and where does this take us? It takes us here. So if we go down and over, I don't want to look for every little treasure thing here, because I'm so weak, but I at least want to complete this quest. That iron scorpion loves to turtle, but we got it in just a few hits, not too bad. 85 experience, keep on going. Like we see, please give me a follow. And there's nothing here either, so we want to double back and try the other key thingamajig. Meanwhile, we're close to leveling up, 175 XP to go, that's not so bad. And how much gold do we have? That's not great. Yeah, I'm not going to even bother. No, they're going to kill me. So Flea's working more often than I remember in the original. It's just like all the time you'd lose progress and get frustrated playing that original game, I remember. It's quite something. The door is locked. What? I mean, here's the question, is where are we... So it must be somewhere we can, down that other thing, we must be able to explore it more and find the dwarf that we need to talk to. But why isn't it marked on the map, I guess is my question. That's what I'm not sure about. But we'll find out. So I've played every Dragon Quest, I haven't beaten every Dragon Quest. It take a long time to beat, but I wouldn't mind doing that on the stream. And certainly Dragon Quest as a series is more predictable than Final Fantasy because they reuse, you know, they don't reinvent the wheel with the experience points and stuff every time. No.
Not today.
I just want to flee and heal myself. So we'll try this on the right here first, and if we don't see a dwarf, we'll do it on the upper left side. Not sure what we'll see, and there's not much of anything, so we'll double back. Maybe there's nothing there either. I have no idea. I'm gonna flee again. Working okay. Looks like you can squeeze through there, but you can't. Keep exploring, see those caves in the foreground. I think we can... Well, let's try and take these guys. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Um,
Not today. Not today. Not today. Not today.
so we still have that buff of dodging really is helping me, because otherwise I would just die all the time. Get it? Yeah. We're going to get a lot of experience on that one, man. Oh, wow. Okay, we leveled up to 16. We learned any spells? Probably not. Oh, we do. Ability, Defending Champion. What does that do? Well, that's a good one, too. It reduces damage from all attacks. So that's a defense buff. Those are good to have. Is there another dwarf up here, methinks? There isn't. How weird. So we need to go through that other... how do I put this? We have to go through that other set of stairs, I guess. And see what all is in there and explore a bit more. Because there must be something we're missing. Come on. I'm going to try this ability Defending Champion, right?
Much better.
Well, okay, but they're casting stuff to reduce my... Defending Champion wore off. That's not cool. No, heal. Those Medusa things again were not in the original game, but they're from Dragon Quest II. The skeletons, whoever are, and we died. I'm not terribly surprised by that, but we will let it autosave and we'll keep on going. Well, we got to experience level 16, and we've gained a few levels. That's something. Now we're going to go up these stairs. We're going to explore a bit more and see how it goes. Canst thou see that I'm about my work? Away with thee, away. We are not getting much with these dwarves, are we? We're not finding the right one. Lump Wizard, that's a fun, that's a creepy design. Whoa. Let's get the old Lump Wizard. See, I find it's good to... Well, this doesn't always work, but if you attack magic users first and kill them, they're usually, but not always, stronger than melee enemies with this soldier. Die. Woof. So who do we have up here? I have a treasure chest. That's something. And we'll do this. Okay. So, I mean, the really curious thing is we are not finding these dwarven craftsmen here. We have been all over a bit of it through this maze, and we're not getting what we want or what we need. But there's probably more things we can unlock. And so we want to just go back to the town to save as we wrap things up this play session. We'll do evac. So that is two separate spells to like you leave the location, right? And then you go back to warp to the town with zoom. And we can at least warp back to the cave, right? So that's something. You could only warp to towns in the original. You couldn't warp to dungeons if memory serves. So we will see, save the game and go to the inn. Nice and relaxing. We'll go up here and save the game. So I played for about an hour, leveled up 3 times. That's not bad. We're getting slightly stronger. Still got a ways to go. And I did think about starting with Dragon Quest III HD, but the problem is like that game's really, really, really long, and I wanted to do it in the old school order of 1, 2, 3, not 3, 1, 2, which is what they kind of want you to do. With how they did these re-releases, I do not want to continue at this point. So I'm going to wrap things up. It's going to take us back to the theme song, the title screen, whatever, not theme song. And there we go. So I will do more of this later. If you'd like me to see, please give me a follow, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye. Until then, keep on Dragon Questing.